So I've been legit homeless for like 2 years, almost 2 years in December. The first year and 9 months were funded basically by the US government and unemployment. So it was like basically a vacation, traveling around the country in a tent and a sleeping bag, getting used to a different lifestyle, seeing what the streets are about, figuring out what the fuck I wanted to move forward. Because I knew that middle class job, box life shit was not for me anymore. I didn't want to be in an apartment alone. I didn't want to be in a fucking apartment alone and shit. So basically, I fucking just zeroed out intentionally, consciously, $1,000 a week, just blew it, knowing that this would ultimately be the ending place where I'd land, which is zero money and fucking having to live for free. And obviously, I'd rather sleep outside like I did for the past 2 years, but now I'm back home in Maine, and it's not even possible, yo. It's not even possible to sleep outside. Unless I want to freeze, and I don't. I hate it. I'm a pussy. So I'm here at Preble Street Resource Shelter. Shit's bananas, yo. The people are chill. There's a lot of fucking shit going on. A lot of mental illness, a lot of drug use. It's loud. It's pretty much crazy every night. So I've been here for 5 nights. I could have stayed at my mom's, got back on my feet, worked, done some dumb shit like that. But I'm 33 years old. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm not sleeping at my mom's. So it's time to get on my feet and enjoy this shit. And it took about a week. It took like 5 days for me to really get in and settle into this shit. And I'm sure it's going to keep staying crazy and random and shit. I don't have to fucking deal with new shit every goddamn day in this fucking zoo. But I have a vision. I have a vision for music. I have a vision to build a character in the city. I have a vision to entertain people. So I'm going to see it through, because that's the only thing that makes me happy at this point. And to sustain that vision, I need to do some day labor stuff through like temp agencies. So right now I'm working at Macy's and Bed Bath & Beyond and Sam's Club doing labor temp stuff for like $19 an hour. So it's moderately fair. I can justify doing it, and I get paid at the end of the day, so I can see my money grow each day. First 5 days I was here, I was just using drugs, wallowing my own pity. I zeroed out every day, working like 6 hours at a job I don't like, just to get high during the day, just to get through the day. So 5 days of that, I figured out that that's not the path forward. So I had to get way more wise with the way I carry myself, way more wise with the way I use drugs, cannabis, fentanyl, Xanax. Because I love them, I'm not going to stop, but I need to be more wise about it moving forward. So we're going to do some Suboxone intermittent. I think it's a great drug for that, to help just fucking bridge the gap. And financially it makes more sense. So basically I need to be lubricated for this lifestyle, heavily lubricated. Sobriety in this lifestyle looks almost impossible. It looks very difficult. I mean, I'll show you what I'm sleeping on up here, what it's like. It's fucking a zoo. It's a little pad. They give you a blanket, one blanket, and a sheet. And they wash it every night in a little pad and shit. Honestly, I was more comfortable in a tent sleeping outside. Sometimes, like in Miami, I would just burrito on blankets and a tarp. That was comfortable. I have some of that shit documented. I'll pull it back. But this is the first forward vlog progression. I'm going to keep this shit going and document this path forward out of the hole, out of the ground, into a new dimension of my own existence and consciousness, and into a manifestation domain where I get what I want, because I've started entering that domain. It feels good. So just checking in. We're going to start a blog here. We're going to start a fucking thing, see what I can build over time, because art's all I care about. Communication's all I really care about. Documenting lifestyles, looking at different perspectives, angles, meeting people, being a part of a community. That's really all it is. So if I could strengthen all those characteristics of my being, and then go back on my own in my own apartment, I think I'd be a stronger individual. Because for the past 10 years, I hid out in my own apartment, just lived very comfortably, didn't interact with anybody, and thought I was the man in my little ego bubble. And once I hit the fucking reality of the streets a couple years ago, that bubble just went pop, bounce. You know what I mean? How that goes. Pop that bubble, bounce. It just disappeared. And I realized that I'm not the person I thought I was, and I'm not an individual per se. We're part of something bigger here, so we're going to fucking see where this goes. I'm trying not to get myself killed out here. Trying not to get so depressed that I kill myself. And, just living. Get myself out of the hole.